Hello everyone, I'm Harry, welcome to my channel, and today we're going to look at the Zenith compressor, EQ and boost from Hamstead Soundworks. So before we get started, if you like this demo video at any point, please leave a like, comment and subscribe, and hit the little bell notification for me as well. It really does help me out a lot, and that way you won't miss out on any of my future uploads. There's going to be affiliate links down in the description to the Zenith boost and all the gear I used in this video and to record my videos. These do help support the channel out further, so I'd really appreciate if you go and check them out. So like I said, the Zenith is kind of like an ultimate studio tool for your guitar rig, so you can get studio quality guitar time from any rig with any pedals, amps or guitars. We have a great boost, EQ and a compressor. The boost actually has up to 20 dB of clean and transparent gain, and of course in the EQ section we have an active 3-band EQ that is voiced to have an amp-like feel and tone. We also have the switchable mid-frequency from 500Hz to 800Hz to 1.2K, and 3 Q settings for the mid control from wide to medium to narrow. We have a transparent compression circuit with a low noise floor and a blend control to dial in more attack of your note for use with the compressor. Say if you just want some sustain but you still want your picking dynamics. What makes this pedal really powerful though is the different order switching. So we can have the compression circuit going into the EQ circuit, the EQ into the compressor, or you can run them in parallel for some new sounds. We also have secret switching in the pedal, so you can turn on the circuits individually or on together, and we have a control input on the top for switching via an external foot switch like a gig rig or something similar. So the controls on the front of the pedal, we have comp, which can go from subtle level balancing to heavy compression and sustain to very natural compression and easy to dial in. Up to around 11 o'clock, the compressor is acting more of as a limiter, bringing up your quiet notes, and after the 11 o'clock position, the compressor will start to squash your loud dynamics and give great sustain. The blends can blend between the EQ and the compression circuit, or act as a dry control in the compression only mode, bringing in some of the initial pick attack of your playing for increasing sustain but maintaining picking dynamics. The level controls the output level. Similar to the Ascent boost, you can actually balance the level or even boost. The boost circuit has up to 20 dB of completely clean gain and 30 volts of internal headroom, which means even hot pickups won't cause any clipping, and it's very similar to the fantastic Ascent boost that I recently demoed. We have the 3-band EQ, bass, middle and treble with 15 dB cuts or boost. The mid Q sets the bandwidth of the mid control, wide to medium to narrow, and the mid frequency toggle switch selects from 500Hz to 800Hz to 1.2K. Like I said before, the order switch lets us go from compression into EQ, EQ into compression, or running them in parallel. We also have an internal trim pot that sets the master volume of the compression circuit that can be used as a makeup gain for certain compression settings if needed, which if you need can boost up to 10 dB. So the circuit order will give us loads of different sounds and change how the different circuits react to each other. So if we have compression into EQ, this is kind of like the most standard way, with the full frequency range of the guitar hitting the compressor, and the EQ won't affect the compression at all. If you have the EQ running into the compressor, any changes to the EQ will affect how the compressor reacts. If you boost the treble, the compressor will react to those frequencies first, limiting the level, increasing sustain in the top end, and the dynamics of the unboosted or cut frequencies will be affected less than the high ends. In parallel modes, this opens up a huge range of possibilities and new sounds. The signal is split by a buffer, so 100% is sent to the compressor and 100% is set to the EQ. They are then summed before being sent to the output. In this mode, the compression circuit operates at X1 gain, like I said, is boostable with the internal trim pot, and the EQ is controlled by the level pot. So now we'll look at the secret switching. So 100% of the audio circuitry is analog, however the switching is controlled digitally, which allows the compression and EQ circuits to be switched individually by the OptoKit foot switch. We have a programming mode which you access by holding down the switch for 2 seconds, and you can choose whether the pedal operates in the following modes. So the first mode is bypass, and then when you kick it on, compression and EQ will come on together. The next mode is a flip-flop mode, so we'll always have one of the effects on, and you flip between having the EQ on or the compression on. We have a compression always on mode, and then when you kick the foot switch, the EQ will also come on. We have an EQ always on mode, and when you kick the foot switch, the compressor will come on. And then we have a cycle mode, which goes between both on to just EQ on to just compression on and bypass, which is how I'm running it in this demo. So the guitar I'm going to be using today in this demo is my Macmull T-Classic, which is a great vintage style Telecaster. The amp I'm running into is my Hamstead Artist 60 Plus RT, which is one of my favorite clean pedal platform amps. That's running into a Celestion G12M 65 Greenback speaker, being recorded by a Lewitt MTP440 dynamic microphone, which is like an SM57 with a tiny bit more bass. So we're going to check out the compression circuit going clean into the amp, and then I'm mainly going to be using the EQ circuit running into a drive pedal, so we can see how it can boost the drive or even shape the drive tone as well. And for that I'll be using the Greer amps Lightspeed, and then we'll check out the compression and EQ together and some of the different routing options. So the Macmull T-Classic straight into the amp sounds like this. So there we have it. That was a look at the Zenith EQ, boost and compression by Hamstead Soundworks, bringing studio-like guitar tone to your own rig, whether you're using it with pedals, amps or different guitars. The compression circuit is really simple but really effective and easy to dial in, especially using that dry control to get some more of your initial pick attack. If you want to keep hold of your picking dynamics but increase sustain, or you can use the compression to squash and get some natural compression as well. The super powerful EQ section with the 3-band EQ with 15 dB of cut or boost, as well as having the mid control with the different Q controls from wide to medium to narrow, and the different frequency range from 500Hz to 800Hz to 1.2K makes this really powerful. And then of course having that great 30V high headroom boost with 20 dB of clean transparent gain on board as well. Very similar to the Ascent boost pedal, this makes this a really powerful package to really sculpt your tone to your liking. And then if that wasn't enough, we also have the secret switching to engage and disengage different effects or have them on together. And then of course the circuit order on top as well, going for the more traditional compression into EQ or EQ into compression, as well as the killer parallel modes. This is a really killer pedal, and I kind of underestimate how useful a compressor, EQ and boost would be, but it's definitely one of my new favorite pedals, and you can really sculpt your own sound to get exactly what you want. Let me know down in the comments what you thought of the Zenith pedal, and if you go and pick one up. If you did like this demo video, please leave a like, comment and subscribe, and hit the little bell notification for me as well. It really does help me out a lot, and that way you won't miss out on any of my future uploads. There will be affiliate links down in the description to every piece of gear I use in this video and to record my videos. These do help support the channel out there, so I really appreciate if you go and check them out. Other than that, go onto my channel, check out some of my playlists. I have plenty more lessons, covers, gear demos, how to sound like videos, and anything guitar related. As always, I've been Harry, and thanks for watching.